Welcome back to the newsroom. I am Joy Uchejim, and these are the headlines we're tracking at the moment. Young demonstrators under the aegis of the Take It Back movement have on Monday defied police warning and staged protests in Abuja, Lagos, Oyo, Rivers, among other states. Clad in their signature orange berets, the protesters began their rally in Lagos at the Ikeja Underbridge, marching through major roads in the state capital while chanting solidarity songs under the watchful eyes of police officers. Meanwhile, operatives of the Nigerian police force have dispersed protesters with tear gas in the Maitama area of Abuja. The protesters, who had gathered peacefully to express their grievances, were thrown into disarray as the tear gas canisters sent many scampering for safety. The Nigerian police force had earlier urged the movement to cancel its planned nationwide protest, describing the timing as ill-conceived and mischievous. And the Taraba State Ministry of Women Affairs and Child Development, in collaboration with the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, has rescued 8 trafficked children from Minda village in Lao local government area of the state. Briefing journalist in Jalingo, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Child Development, Mary Sinjen, said the children were lured and trafficked to southeastern Nigeria under false claims that they were orphans. And the senator representing Abia North Interior District, Orji Uzor Kalu, has called on the Inspector General of Police and the Abia State government to ensure the immediate arrest and prosecution of those responsible for the killing of 2 Chinese nationals and a police inspector in Abia State. The victims were reportedly killed by gunmen who ambushed a convoy transporting the Chinese and their police escorts to a mining site in Abia State. And on business, the Nigerian government has announced plans to deliver the first batch of over 3.2 million electricity meters, part of efforts to close the more than 7 million unit metering gap in the country. In a statement, the Special Advisor on Strategic Communications and Media Relations to the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, Bolaji Tunji, confirmed that 75,000 meters procured under the International Competitive Bid 1 are expected to be delivered by April 2025. And on the foreign scene, a Palestinian-American teenager has been killed by Israeli forces in the occupied West Bank, according to Palestinian officials. 14-year-old Omar Mohamed Rabea was shot on the outskirts of Termas Aya on Sunday evening, along with 2 other 14-year-old boys, one of whom was seriously wounded. The other suffered minor wounds. The Israeli military said its troops opened fire at 3 terrorists who were throwing stones towards a highway and endangering civilians driving on it. And finally, on sport, after 6 days of training, the Nigerian Table Tennis Federation will on Monday select a 4-man squad from the 25 cadet players who took part in the National Hopes Week to form the Nigerian contingent for the 2025 ITTF Africa Hopes Week and Challenge, which is scheduled for July in Lagos. The NTTF organized Hopes Week event, which began on April 2nd, combined extensive training with competitive matches for 25 cadet players from across Nigeria at the National Stadium in Lagos. And those are the major stories from our newsroom. We'll bring you more updates at the top of the hour.